What's going on? We're continuing to talk about preparedness as we discuss how to be a great music director. And the piece we're specifically talking about today is knowing songs deeply. As a music director, we have to know our parts really, really well. And when we set up the series on preparedness, we talked about how preparedness allows you to really focus on what truly matters in the moment. I had a teacher in college who was obsessed with funk music, The Meters, James Brown, Earth, Wind & Fire, Tower Power, stuff like that. And if you go back and listen to those records, a lot of the parts the musicians are playing are honestly pretty repetitive. But my teacher pointed out that one of the reasons the music is so groovy is the musicians aren't worried about their own parts. They're really thinking about what everyone else is doing, getting excited about what is going on in the band, and everybody locking in. Their parts are repetitive, they're not changing a whole lot, they don't feel the need to change it up, they're not getting bored because they're not focused on what they themselves are doing, they're focused on everyone else, and they're getting excited about the synergy, the energy, the groove that is coming together with the collection of all the instruments together. It wasn't just about them as an individual trying to prove that they were the best musician, trying to show off in front of everyone. They really had a team mindset of, hey, this is my part, I'm gonna stick to it, and it's gonna make some of honestly the most incredible music that is known to mankind. And that should be really all musicians, but specifically us as music directors, as we set the example of that, we really need to be at a point where we're not thinking about our own parts. We're getting excited, we're getting pumped, we're getting stoked on what everyone else is doing and what is happening collectively in the band. And honestly, the only way that can happen is by being completely prepared. You have to take that time to learn your parts so well that they are not even second nature, but first nature. They should just be a part of you. You shouldn't be thinking about them as you're playing your parts. They should be completely mindless because you don't want to be thinking about yourself. Like we talked about before, you want to be thinking about your team. You want to be fully present with them, even as you're playing. That is still true. And so you really need to know your parts so well that you're not thinking about them. They're just coming out as you play. They just kind of happen, and they happen right because you've done them so many times that you are just fully prepared. They're fully ingrained in your brain and your fingers and all of it. And honestly, that applies to, as an MD, your call outs as well, or maybe as a worship leader for your connection moment or the things that you say during the songs or between songs. Not that you have to stick to a specific script, but I can speak more to the music director side that just being prepared in that stuff makes it so much easier to execute it well. And when I'm playing a song, I don't want to be thinking like, oh, I think there was something I wanted to say here to remind the band, what's going on? It's like, oh, that's what it was. It was the walk-up that we were supposed to just play, but I was distracted thinking about what was I supposed to say, not thinking, and then I messed up myself. No, when I'm practicing a new song that I'm gonna be MDing or dusting off an old song I haven't done in a while, I literally sit there and as I'm playing, I do my call outs as silly as it is, even if they're simple, just because I want them to come out of me naturally. I don't want to have to be worrying about that stuff in the moment. I want my focus to fully be on everybody else. So when that walk up is coming up, I want it to have, just like my fingers are gonna do what they need to do because I've prepared so many times, my mouth is also gonna do what it needs to do and remind people that the walk up or whatever it is coming. Because I practiced it so many times, it literally just flows out of me. And I'm not thinking about it, I'm thinking about my team because they are what truly matters in that moment.